to get to the core of this right away. Don't want to be distracted. So let's start with silence here. We're going to be, just for a moment, to be very present right here. And that takes a moment. So let's let that happen. And I'll be quiet too. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So here, this is our rebirth session, and that's just a name if you say it like that. But there's an actual occurrence that is taking place, and you might already have gone through that when you woke up this morning, or in the middle of the night. Maybe it was the middle of your dark night. That's perfectly all right. You know, there's no better moment to be reborn than this moment. Now, today I want to use a very specific script, you could say, of an old friend. And so since this is a reunion, it really is. It's a reunion. Like, how did you even know this was here? It is not on the board, on the big board anywhere, and you are here. This was, in that sense, not announced, but you are present, and you want to join here because you do join with what is here, and that is. Yeah, it's unspeakable joy for me to be part of this. And so, like I said, I'm going to share some thoughts of a dear old friend. And the interesting part is like, this is about the dark night. And this is about you. This is about allowing yourself to be reborn, and acknowledging that in you, but not needing any acknowledgement from anywhere else. So in that sense, it's so incredibly personal. And of course you know this, but I'm so delighted to confirm that. It's like, this doesn't need to be confirmed by anyone else but you. You acknowledge this occurrence, and that is how subjective singular it is. So bear with me when I share this about the dark night. It's the thought of today of Master Teacher, and it's just completely lovely. That's why I want to use this. So the interesting part is the aliveness, and this is interesting to actually share. Like, this is my recognition. Like, the great part of this is you can have an ascended master, right? And now the interesting part is that I never see a Master Teacher like that. Like an ascended master. He is an ascended master into the definition of it, but I never see him like that. So the aliveness of the inner Master Teacher is so much alive within me that I cannot see him as some ascended master somewhere from ancient times or who knows what. Like, no, this is so much alive in me that literally is present right here, and of course that is true, just like you are present here, and that's an amazing recognition. I had to laugh about it actually for myself. Like, I just don't see Master Teacher as an ascended master from who knows when. Well, he in that sense is. So anyway, that was a recognition I woke up with this morning. And then the thought of today is really a bliss, like it's a real blessing. So that's why I share it with you. Thought of today from the spiritual teacher's notebook. The darkest night of your soul, in the dim desolation of your Gethsemane, when all your disciples still sleep, when your God is deaf to your cry to remove the cup. When your final desperate demand to know why God has forsaken you echoes across an empty universe, then the time of your awakening is at hand. You are constructing in your individual passion the drama of resurrection. But now with a difference. This time, you're the central character. This time, at last, you play the leading part, fulfilling the law as you go, marking each milestone with your healing grace. You walk the 7 miles from Bethlehem to Jerusalem and are met at the place of the skull. You know the script well, for you've rehearsed every character. You've been the soldier that rolled the dice, and the one with the spear that pierced. In one scene you've shouted, "Hosanna, Hosanna," and called Barabbas, "Save Barabbas," in the next. You have denied with Peter, connived as Judas, and doubted as Thomas. As a blind man, you've seen. As a crippled, you've walked. As a leper, your sores have been healed. You've puzzled as Nicodemus, pretending as Pilate, and Lazarus come forth at his call. And now, getting closer, you've played the dear Virgin and pondered his birth in your heart. At last, are you shorn of, in a terrible moment, the last vestige of armor from truth? Now call out to God. Now call out at last the victorious shout of surrender. Father, into thy hands I commend my whole self. It is finished. It is finished forever. Up you arise from the tomb that is earth, impregnant with light of fulfillment. Now the veil of your temple is rent, and The dazzling beauty of your sonship is revealed in full array. And now the most exciting, glorious, stupendous surprise there could ever be in all of time. You're still you. All that has happened is that you have awakened from your fearful dream of destruction and death. The earth is over, gone, and never was. Your home in heaven, you never left. And every loving thought you ever had while dreaming is with you still, along with all your other eternal creations. Heaven is all around you, sleeping ones. Thank you for joining me in this. So this is the, like it's a beautiful reference to an occurrence within you, but it's like it has to do with your recognition of that. So in that sense, we share this recognition, and sharing in the sense of you're not going to be here if this isn't part of your experience. So that's why this recognition is important. And I speak of this like in a place that really does not matter what I say about it in that sense, but it does matter that you allow yourself, and this is like the rebirth part of this meeting. Is like it is about allowing yourself to melt into that experience, or to drop your defenses or your identification or your, however you want to call it, like everything that isn't, for just this one moment, and to allow for yourself a different experience. Now, this is just amazing. This is amazing that we can look at this and say, be in communication in this, while the rest falls away. Simple as that. Like the rest is falling away. What is left is the incredible love for your brother in the recognition of this truth that is within you, that is speaking through you. Like that is what remains. And yeah. So I love to stand still in that for a moment, because that is what I feel, and that is what is speaking through me, and that is what I recognize in you. It's so amazing, so lovely. So thank you for your presence here, that you allow this occurrence to take place. That's one thing, but it goes beyond that too. I don't want to limit even the description of what I give to you in any kind of way, because this is just the start, and there's more, and there's discoveries to be made, but also like the deep recognition that we share literally isn't definable. So that's why I want to move from that to completely being yourself, because as Master Teacher says too, is like that is what remains, an astonishing surprise that you are still going to be you. And that's why you don't have to behave like anything. You don't have to behave spiritual. You don't have to speak spiritual, or whatever that would mean. No, you're still going to be you. And you are that. You are the I am. You are the Christ that you are. That doesn't need confirmation of any other way, but only the recognition of yourself. That is all. And that's amazing. So just being yourself, that's wonderful. You can do that, right? You can do that. Yeah. So the amazing thing is that it seems to take time. That is astonishing too. You think it takes time for that occurrence to take place, or to let that come to its fulfillment, as if that takes place. And I know that, like Jesus shares it in the Course in Miracles in chapter 15, with an idea of the time of Christ. It's like, how would it be to have no worries, no cares, not any kind of concern? Like, how would that be? Is then like, well, this is given to you. It's only that you think it takes time for you to receive this, or to let it come to you or something. Like, that is the whole thing. You think it takes time, and that's why you seem to be delaying your homecoming, because you think it takes time. That's the only reason. So we call that the transformational process. Yeah. Like, that's amazing. Yeah, I'll stop talking and stop saying that's amazing. But just look at this. That is something else. It does not take time. When is it happening? It's happening right now. When is your rebirth? It's right now. When is your dark night of the soul? It is now. You have cried out. Nobody heard you. God didn't hear you. Here you are. You find yourself in total desolation. And that's the happiest place that you discover to be. And not the desolation, but the desolation wasn't what it appeared to be. Now that is important. Like, that is a real discovery. And then next discovery, this total surprise of you being you. So you being you does also mean that you can be completely yourself. You don't have to behave like anything or anyone else. You don't have to be validated by anyone or anything outside of you. And that is a huge, huge lesson until it's learned, and then it's so obvious. So this is what we practice here. It's like, you are going to be you no matter what. So that means there's nothing to defend. There's nothing to hide. There's just total pure extension. The only one you were fooling was only yourself anyway. So that wasn't very profitable, was it? So what do you have to lose is really the question. Like, what do you have to lose in this beautiful moment? Are you going to say, cover it up with your ideas about yourself? Why? What is so beneficial for you to be that? To do that? So here, in being yourself, that means also you don't differentiate about the feelings that you are experiencing, the process that you seem to be in. Like, you don't differentiate, you don't tell yourself that you should be somewhere else. No, there's nothing that regulates that anymore. When this recognition comes to you, there's nothing to regulate that. So that means you feel what you feel, and that is perfect in this moment. So I really would want you to be conscious of that right now. Like, let's feel that for a moment. What is it actually that I'm experiencing? And do I have a tendency to say, to twist and turn that into something else, or to hide that? Like, why would I do that? There's no reason for it. But first, let's feel. Where are you? Like, become present in what it is that you are experiencing right now. See, that does not need to be anything else. It does not need to look different. It does not have to be a different feeling. It is just perfect as it is. There is nothing wrong with that. What you feel, what you experience in this moment, there's nothing wrong with it. It's like only your attempt to think that it should be different is the conflict. But that regulating thing, it's like, doesn't make sense. So that's the freedom that you, say, discover all the time when you let go of this regulation that you play upon yourself. So it's like, here we are, this is what you feel. Now everything is allowed to come up. Everything is allowed to be felt. It doesn't need to be different. Just let it be total, let it be complete, let it be everything there is. It's so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. However deep that is, however uncomfortable that is, however impossible that is. You're still you, and you're always gonna be you. Okay, so I'm going to share something with you, something from chapter 15, and from A Course in Miracles, because I love it, and I love to share it with you. So here, the time of Christ. It is in your power, in time, to delay the perfect union of the Father and the Son. For in this world, the attraction of guilt does stand between them. Neither time nor season means anything in eternity, but here it is the Holy Spirit's function to use them both, not as the ego uses them. Time nor season is known in heaven, like time and season doesn't mean anything in eternity, but here, in time, in this, where you find yourself within your own definitions of yourself, it is the Holy Spirit's function to use time and season, but not as you would want to use them within your own definitions. This is the season when you would celebrate my birth into this world, yet you do not know how to do it. Let the Holy Spirit teach you, and let me celebrate your birth through Him. The only gift I can accept of you is the gift I gave you. Release me, as I willed your release. The time of Christ we celebrate together, for it has no meaning if we are apart. Let the Holy Spirit teach you, and let me celebrate your birth through him. Time is inconceivable without change, and holiness does not change. Learn from this instant more than merely hell does not exist. In this redeeming instant lies heaven, and heaven will not change. For the birth into the holy present is salvation from change. And change is an illusion, taught by those who could not see themselves as guiltless. There is no change in heaven because there is no change in God. The birth into this holy present is the salvation from change. So the birth into this holy present, this moment, the birth of this holy instant is all there is your salvation from change. And that is like literally a fact. Like it's literally true. You allow this moment to be complete and not disrupted by your ideas. It is complete and whole and perfect, and it is literally the embodiment of changelessness. It is impossible it would change. Like in other words, it's your total security, and that's given to you right here, right now. You celebrate that, in fact, with like that is the only real celebration. It's happening right now. This is your holy instant. This is the moment we share in recognition of our holiness. But what is my holiness? It is what we just saw too. That you are going to be you. That you are you, no matter what. That you allow yourself to be yourself. And not wanting anything else. Not wanting to be anything else. Just allowing this moment to be perfect, and everything else falls automatically in place. Changeless in that sense. That is the same as this moment. And it's the same as this moment. Everything falls perfectly into place. Of course, it is the obvious. You know, you have been fighting this idea and keeping yourself distracted just by not being present here, by doing something else, by delay, by distraction, by concern, by considerations, by manipulations. So here is your birth, in this moment. You don't have to make an agreement. You don't have to... Well, you have to train it in a certain sense, but once it is recognized, what else do you want? You see that there's nothing else to do. Everything else is a distraction or is a delay, but you will return to the same place anyway. How lovely is that to discover? Like there's a total peace connected to staying right here. There's nothing that you need to do. No, the doing would take you away from it. Huh? I know. So I'm really happy with this moment, to share this moment with you in all its honesty and innocence, and its beauty and its light, and its completedness, and it's like it has nothing. It is nothing is missing. It is all right here. So thank you so much for your part in that. Thank you.